Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4, playing as the Communist States of America. You may notice by the clock up over here, we've kind of jumped forward a bit in time. I did say I was going to do that at the end of the last video, mainly because there's nothing I can do for a while. We've been sitting around waiting for the Germans to beat up the Soviets and get them down to that 80% capitulation. And in the meantime, as fun as it would have been to go conquer a whole bunch more territories, I was terrified that if we did so, they'd join the Axis and I would accidentally get pulled into a war against the Germans when I'm not ready to do so. It is my best interest not to allow that to happen. So I played forward for a bit, and right now, the Soviets are sitting at 79% capitulation. So very soon, we will get to that magic 80% number, and if everything works the way it's supposed to, we'll just annex the entire Soviet Union for free, just like that. No, I'm not gonna accept your call to arms! Have you not figured this out yet already? I am not going to help you! What just happened to all of my steel? I reloaded the game and all of a sudden, like, everything's gone. Whoa, Okay, we'll go ahead and trade a bit more with some of my buddies. How about you, Mr. Japanese Republic? That helps a little bit. Plus, I don't know. Cape Commune, go ahead and grab some from you as well. Plus, I need a little bit more of this. I don't know what changed, but something changed. Bulgaria, sure, I don't care. All right, good. So now we just sit back and we do nothing but wait for the Germans to finally make their push. 1943, they took their sweet time. The Soviets held on a lot longer than I expected, but the Germans aren't that strong. So this has been nice. Oh, say, can you see the Russians screaming in pain while the Germans kick face and we munch on our popcorn? It's basically all I'm doing right now. Grab like one more victory point and that should be it. That's all I'm waiting for. One more glorious victory point. Are we at? Oh, hang on. Never mind. That's it. 84%. Okay, so now join the unions. This little thing down yaw. Click. Annex the Soviet Union. This may take a second to calculate. That's a lot of states that are changing hands. And boom! That's so stupid. Look at that. The Germans just get thrown all the way back. It's like, nope. This is so dumb. Look at this. I just got all of this for free. Thank you, Germans, for winning a war for me. Oh my God, that's dumb. That is so monumentally dumb. And I get all their units too. Wow. All right, all unassigned units. That was 220 of them. Oh my God, that is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my life. Finland, you'd like to join my faction? Sure, Soviets are gone, but I'm taking over. Don't worry, we're under new management, but the same concept is still going. They should rename the country to something else, right? The Communist Union of something? I don't know. Anyway, so how many factories did I just get out of that? It says only 34, and that's partly because we do have to go with this whole occupied territories thing still. Just because I annex them peacefully doesn't really matter. We still have to go through the process of building up all of that collaboration with these guys, right? Get their compliance up. Then we'll really start getting access to all their factories. In the meantime, though, we still get something because we literally liberated the workers from the German oppression. Can you imagine if someone did this, right? If someone did this in a multiplayer game and got away with it, can you imagine how that would go over? Cause I freaking can't. Gosh, I almost feel bad for a certain Mr. Mustache Man. It's like, oh, I'm actually gonna win this one. Nope. Aw, dang it. That's how I imagine he sounds in my fantasy. All right, well, anyway, give me a second to reorganize, because this is a lot of troops and a lot of territory, and I've got to reorganize, like, a lot. Okay, I've got everything reorganized. I'm not gonna lie, I think this might literally be the most troops I have ever had in a game of Hoi 4. Which is perhaps sad to some people, but let's be honest, by 1943, I don't think I fully expected to take as much as we have. This has been a rather unique game, is the best way that I can say it. An absolutely unique game. All right, so I've got a load of troops that are gonna be setting up over here. Pretty much all the former Soviet troops are going to take over this border, plus a handful of American reinforcements against the German border. Then I'm planning on doing an invasion around Normandy, up around Belgium and the Netherlands as well, because pretty soon we want to make our push against the Germans, and I would love to get a strong beachhead over here. So we're going to send all these guys over here, I guess. We'll be ready for a naval invasion for absolute sure. And, oh god, the next thing I need to do is start setting up a whole bunch of plane wings for the anticipated invasion of Germany, which means I need to get myself a whole mess of fighter wings. Fighter 2 specifically, we'll do it in groups of 800 and then split them. And the best way that you're supposed to do things here is you want to do fighters in groups of 100, if you can. The reason for that is because anything above that, you start taking some serious diminishing returns when it comes to your fighter aces. So you want to get as much value out of them as you can. You can also break up things like your close air support into smaller wings and stuff as well if you want. I don't think you have to do that. But remember that your close air support only attacks like one target at a time. So if you have all, let's say, 1,000 casts in one fighter wing, they'll only engage in one battle along your front line at a time. And they'll obliterate them, but they're not spreading their damage out. So I'll kind of split this up. Let me go ahead and get a mess of fighter wings ready. Oh, I forgot. Also, I just got the achievement. Georgia on my mind. Right, that was sort of like the entire point of doing all this, wasn't it? Georgia on my mind, Georgia on my mind. You should be here somewhere. Do. Not these, not this, not that, not that. There it is, Georgia on my mind. As USA, we control all 3 Georgias. Ha-ha! All right, so what are we going for at this point? There's only 2 more achievements I think I can get that I care about. 1, nuke Paris. There is an achievement for that, so we don't want to capitulate the Germans too early, and we don't want to occupy Paris. We want to get around it, but not take it. Just kind of put the Germans on the back heel and don't go beyond that. Then, technically speaking, I have not enough military factories even now. I need 375 and to be democratic in order to get the Arsenal of Democracy achievement. And I do plan on swapping one of these guys over for a democratic reformer. I know, it kind of kills the communist theme of this all. You guys, I probably won't even show it on camera. It's just something I'm going to do. But it does mean I need to conquer even more factories. So basically, we need to go take on the Axis, like the entirety of the Axis, more or less on my own. I think we can handle it. I really do. So this is gonna take me like a couple months, probably, to reorganize all of my troops and get them where I know they need to go. This will take a little while. All the Germans have to now pack up and go home. What was it all for? Nothing. Turns out, the US just yoinked you real freaking bad. Obviously, by the way, in between videos, I did continue working on some technology and stuff. We do have an upgraded medium chassis that I've been working on. That's going well. We could definitely go for some upgrades to things like my artillery, so I do want to do that. We're getting for the nuclear reactor, 200 more days to go on that. It's gonna be a little while before I have enough nuclear material in order to drop the bomb on Paris, but we'll see. I'll find a way to make it all work, don't you worry. Oh my god, more factories? Oh my god, more factories. How about some more civilian trains? How's that sound? Good, good. I am making some self-propelled artillery, by the way, with the anticipation that we're gonna wish that we had some of those, so I can make an even stronger template. Also, I got medium flame tanks, so we'd be able to start wrapping those up into some divisions as well. And yeah, we're slowly transitioning off of our improved mediums to our advanced mediums. But that's kind of it. Not a lot else that I'm worrying about right now. You didn't miss too much. It was a fairly boring 30 minutes. Now, one thing I could probably do right now, maybe, would be to declare war on the Germans before all their troops are able to get back home. And that sounds really tempting, but what I'm afraid would happen is they would just sort of sit tight for a second, and I'd have lots of tiny little cancerous German tumors all over my new Soviet Union. It might work in the sense that they get deprived of a lot of their supply and it's easy to catch out a bunch of troops. It also might turn into an absolute mess to clean up later. That said, do I really care? I don't know. I mean, if they've got a lot of troops that are stuck behind these front lines and they're not ready to go anywhere or do much of anything, like, this is also kind of a really good opportunity to just say, let's just go kill. So I'm kind of inclined to think that might be the way to go. Let's see, naval bombers here in the English Channel, let's make sure that's all good. All my planes should be set up. I've assigned a whole load of them just to follow along with my army so I don't have to micromanage it too much, ideally, anyway. I would like to learn how to make another tactical bomber just in case that's what I need. I always forget whether it's tactical or strategic bombers for the nukes, but I always want to have at least something on hand, as long as we get air superiority, though. Like, who's actually all that worried? And then this dark blue army has no idea what to do with themselves. Tell you what, you join up over here and be ready to also make a push up into Scotland and wherever the heck else. Alrighty, are we ready to just go at this point? I've also been building up some collaboration governments with the Germans, so we should have a pretty good amount of collaboration. They're gonna collapse quickly if I want them to. I think at this point we just say go for it. Even though it's probably gonna create a disastrous mess, I think it might be worth it. We'll have to fight against Italy. Unexpected, who cares? Puppet focus? I guess that's all right. And everyone else is actually already fighting the Germans. They're still fighting people like Finland and stuff, so this seems like a great opportunity to just go ahead and attack. Yep, I don't see any reason why not to. Boom! Declare the war! We are going to war against the Germans! Unexpected events for them! Ha 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 ha! Alright, fleets, launch the troops! Launch the troopsies! We have all of the superiority we could possibly need over here, I believe. Lots of planes now going around doing their thing. Let's just see how we do going up into Calais and Dunkirk and so on. This is going to be a little bit tough because the Germans are, of course, going to have lots of garrison units on the west coast, but I should have more than enough troops over here, not to mention a mess of tanks that I have yet to test, ready to go, chomping at the bit. So all we got to do is just grab ourselves a few little ports. Mutinies in the army? What? How could you do this? 40 chance of mutiny crushed, 80% chance of what are we fighting for? So spend 125 political power. Ouch. I guess I'll spend all the political power. I'm not in the mood to deal with this event. Doesn't seem very good for me. So let's make sure that we use these guys effectively to land here and crush these fools as quickly as we can. We have already seen some buildings get sabotaged. That's a little irritating, but not a huge deal. You guys push forward. You guys push up over here as well. You guys need to get over here and assist. These guys are struggling. Let's assist with the landing. Make sure we get a port so these guys do not die. Horrible, horrible deaths. You guys turn around and head toward Ghent. We seem to be struggling a little bit. I guess one thing I probably should do is go to this exact task force and tell them that they're now on naval invasion support. And same with you guys, because then we can do shore bombardments. Lots of shore bombardments. Oh, come on, already wounded? That didn't take long. All right, now these guys should get boomed. And by boomed, I mean they should get absolutely obliterated. Intel advantage, no shore bombardments, but who cares? Okay, so we have successfully done our naval invasion. There's more still to do, but we can get a bunch of them. I'm gonna have you guys try to knock these guys out. One of you guys head over there. Let's go ahead and start establishing a stronger beachhead so we know we got nothing to worry about. Pushing out that way. Didn't mean to do that. And then let's reorganize the front lines because they are a little on the ugly side, aren't they? Let these guys win a couple of their fights real quick. And then it's gonna reorganize all the fights in a second, but that's fine. Hang on. Light blue, you go here. Yellow, yeller, you go here. Yeller for Belgium and the Netherlands. We go this way. Light blue, we are very careful not to take Paris. I really, really would rather not take Paris. All right, we do something like this. Except you get dragged out over this way. And then half of you get assigned here. I'm gonna have to micromanage this because I really want to nuke Paris and I'd rather not have to release them just so that I can nuke them. Which I'll do if I have to. Who is sending me a bunch of stuff? You guys are lend-leasing me a bunch of anti-tank? Oh, I know why. Because all the templates that I just got from the Soviets are probably using something that I'm literally not even producing. Yup, that would be a thing. That would definitely be a thing. All right, well, go. All of you guys, please get over here and surround them if you can. I want to take the ports, all of the ports, and our tanks are just ready to go. All I need is a bit more supply in this direction and we'll happily take advantage of it. How are things looking over here? You know, not as cancerous as I was afraid it would be. So, hello, where'd you come from, Mr. Thing? We need to get a handful of troops set up over here. Tell you what, we're gonna send some troops over here to go and take this out. And then a few more over here as well. Let's just send a bunch. Make sure we don't accidentally mess that up. Clear those guys out. And then there's a single tank division hanging out over here. Let's see if we can clear him out. And yeah, that's it. So we didn't catch most of the Germans, but I don't think it matters too much. We still caught them with their pants down. How are we doing as far as air superiority? Not as good as I would like, mainly because we only have a handful of fighters over here. Most of them are still hanging out in this direction. What we could do with our extraordinary amount of civilian factories is start prioritizing construction of things like extra air bases, just so we have capacity. I've got many thousands of planes chomping at the bit, just like the tanks, wanting to join in on these fights. Let's go ahead and give them all the capacity they need to get in here. Don't you guys dare move into Paris. I swear to God, it would make me very, very cross. And I don't think you want me to be cross. Yeah, there's the short bombardments. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all them planes. Woo! America! We're communist! And we're gonna crush the Germans, because it's a national pastime. We're fighting against all of China as well. Yeah, sure, I'll join in on that. Why not? That should be fine. I don't think Mao is gonna take too much of my war score, will he? He might try, but I'm hoping not. Anyways, you guys just keep doing your thing over here. You're all looking great, I promise. You guys aren't set to aggressive or anything, are you? Dang well better not be. All right. So, tank time. Let us bring over a bunch of tanks here. Your goal will be to get all the way up to Wilhelmshaven and Frankfurt. That's what I want to see you all do. Let's see what our first proper round of tanks can possibly accomplish. I'll bet you it's amazing stuff. Yes, Japan, you are welcome to join in on the war. I didn't mean to exclude you, I apologize. You're not being forgotten or disliked, I promise. This is one of those things where you start getting like all anxious. And you're all like, do they even like me? And the answer is kinda not, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll take care of you anyway. I'm gonna tell these guys to stop attacking. I'm gonna micromanage them. Because I'm just telling you right now, I can see these guys making a stupid push into Paris. And I don't wanna deal with that, all right? I just don't. I don't wanna deal with none of this whole Paris thing. We're gonna micromanage the crud out of it. Your goal is to push down to Brittany and literally nothing else, all right? If you can do this, I'll be proud of you, all right? Sounds good. Tanks, where are you? Come here, boy. Tanks! Oh, right, we also forgot about all this up here. Right. Hang on, you and, you. Go, my infantry, crush them! They were unprepared! Doctrines available for superior firepower. Nice, let's get combined arms, making our tanks even better. Because God knows that's something I needed. What kind of tank templates are they building? Not very good ones. And I also don't think I'm producing any light tanks. So the templates that the Soviets gave me are probably gonna turn out to be something of a liability at some point or another. But that's A-okay. Tanks, where are you? Oh God, they were all the way over in America still. Whoops. Whatever. We got time, it's fine, everything's fine, who's worried about it? Upgrades to close air support, please. Even bigger CAS boom boom. Let's go for an upgrade to the fighters ahead of time too, why not? Now, so something else that I think I would like to have better. Like more concentrated factories? Nah. Honestly, nah. Let's just go for an upgrade to our fighters. Mustang time. It's Mustang time. Also get those dang air bases, man. That would make me feel real good if I could just have some of them air bases up and running. I would love that. Love it, I tell ya. All right, go ahead and keep pushing, guys. You're doing great, I promise. Tanks are landing in just a moment. Probably heading over here. Oh, wait, I just got an achievement. Play it, Sam. Oh, right, I forgot that I was going for another achievement down over here. Okay, sorry, that was a totally thing. You have to have a certain spy network in Casablanca. Yes, that's what I did. Haha, cool, I got another achievement. I love it. Also, we're prepared for a collaboration government, but we aren't doing it? Commence when ready. Ah, I lost my spy net. All right, well, we'll get the spy network back up in Germany. It'll be fine. Not actually worried about it. It'll be fine. Okay, okay. All is looking great. Come on, tanks. Y'all know you want to get over here. I got a whole bunch more tanks. Y'all want some more tanks? I can send more tanks. Tanks! Tell you what. Actually, don't go there. Let's send some tanks over this way. And we're going to push you guys all the way up, basically, to Switzerland and Vichy, France. And that should split all the German forces in France. And then we can decide how best to continue from there. Murder France? We have a puppet war goal against them, so I mean, anytime we want to, we can just go take out a totally separate second war against France. Join wars. By all means, my puppet friends. By all means, join the wars. It'll be great. Come on in, guys. The water's great. All right, all looking good here. All looking good on the German front. How are we doing on the Eastern front? For the most part, struggling, because I guess not all of our troops are in position because they're fools. We definitely haven't got all of our troops from America over here yet. I did send some reinforcements, but it appears not to be quite enough. But it'll probably be okay. It's just taking a while for them to arrive. When they arrive, then you guys will be sorry. Oh boy, you guys are gonna be sorry. From here, you know what? I think we go ahead and set up another little naval invasion. Up in Denmark. Up over here. Around Kiel, probably, and then we can push up north from there. Yeah, let's plan on that. There we go, got that set up. That'll take a little while to set up. 17 days? No problem at all. Tanks, have you arrived yet? All right, here come a whole bunch. All 48 tank divisions, each at 30 combat width. It's gonna feel real good in a minute. It's gonna be beautiful. Air doctrines? Absolutely some more escort efficiency. Do I use escort efficiency very much? Not really, but I'll take it nonetheless. All of you should be assigned to this, and this little extra line needs to go away. Perfect, okay. Streamlined line, that's extra efficiency growth for all of my factories. That's gonna be very helpful. More factory output could be fine. You know, we apparently need to be getting things like anti-tank and light tanks in order to supply all of our Soviet divisions if I don't wanna have to micromanage rebuilding all of those. So that's a thing we could do in a minute. Let's let our, well, first off, our supply is pretty terrible over here. Let's let the organization go up a little bit for the tanks, and then we're gonna go ahead and make our push. Gonna have to. These guys, we're just gonna sit tight for a minute. We'll split these guys off, kind of tighten the noose, then we'll go for the kill. Red, you're set, push. Purple, you're set, push. All right, let's see what these guys are able to do. What do my stats look like? That's a lot of soft attack. Yeah, we are focus firing the crap out of that poor guy. He got obliterated. Oh my gosh, that feels real freaking good. How are my planes looking now? Oh, now we got a lot of planes brought over here, and this isn't even my final form. I have so many reserve units still sitting over here doing absolutely nothing. It's amazing. Oh, you guys also finished your orders. Hang on, push up and liberate the rest of the Scotlands, please. I feel like the Scotlands would welcome American superior forces. I feel like they probably would. That can't possibly go badly for me. Go, go, go. Crush everything! Everything in sight! Tactical bomber effort. I completely forgot that I was doing a focus over here for that. That's a thing now. I did go for War Plan Black, so I do have a bonus. War Plan Silver against Italy. We could probably do that. The Air Force for cheaper doctrines is kind of what I was working toward. We don't have very many of those left to go. They're making successful pushes over here in the east because not all my troops are in position. But here's the funny thing, right? I don't really care. You can push into the Soviets' territory as much as you want, and at the end of the day, it don't matter one iota to me because all I have to do is just push from the west and your industry is gone. Go ahead and push into the territory that's still in a state of open rebellion. I don't mind. Go for it, Germans. Have fun with that. I really can't see this going badly for you, like at all. We have a bunch of units that are still getting set up over this direction. Let's see if we can possibly push some of their tanks out. I just need to split them up efficiently so that they don't have any supplies. Oh, we have to fight over here against Sin Kong as well. Hello? I don't remember you being a thing. Cool, right, I guess I do have to go fight that, and the communists are struggling. It's probably fine, though. What's this? I had an army over here? Oh, I had an army over here. What do you freaking know? Right. Hey, guys. Push into China if you can. I don't know. Seems like a good idea. Go for it. Hey, pushing around Paris is actually going to be a bit of a pain. The reason pushing around Paris is going to be a pain is because a lot of the railroads go through that area, and by not taking it, we're making it very difficult for me to properly send supply in this area. So I have the tanks, but they're not going to be able to fight at a very strong... Well, they're not fighting at full strength, is what I'm trying to say. Not at all fighting at full strength, but I don't know. Maybe we can get enough railways going over here in the east, right along the Rhine River. We might be able to redirect some supplies down there and continue sustaining the push, eventually. Maybe? I hope. Okay, we have successfully split off all of these troops. I'm sending in some more reinforcing infantry to hold this. Surprisingly, I'm not doing great on things like fuel. I really expected to be in a better spot than that, but okay. You know, it's a good thing we conquered Mexico and puppeted them so I could get a whole lot of extra oil. That'll help a little bit. And if I go for some technology to get extra fuel out of oil, that wouldn't be a bad plan either, but all of this is looking fine. So where is the nearest supply hub that I could steal? One over here in Mulhausen? Yeah, that one right there. So that's where we need to go next. Snag that. And push into the railways. If we can get into Strasbourg over here, that would also be helpful. Push up into Bitburg. We can get that. There we go. This is all looking fine. Yeah, if we can get these railroads, control some of the supplies going into this area, entrench for a little bit, right, get out of the red, we'll be set, ready to go, no problem whatsoever. Another air doctrine already. I'm about to get some cheaper stuff, though, so let's hold off on that. Maybe I want to save my experience for something a little bit later, you know? Something else a little bit more fun. All right, keep pushing over here while you can, by the way. We'll send the tanks in a little bit to clear this up, but again, we don't want to take Paris. I just need to keep these guys surrounded for, like, the rest of the game. That's all I need to do. Just keep them surrounded, boys. We got it. No problem. Okay, all looking good. Almost done with a big surround around here. I am building out some extra railroads, trying to tie up some of these areas through here. Make sure our supply starts getting directed where we need it to. Tanks are absolutely shredding. Weirdly enough, I still don't have the naval dominance that I would need in this particular area. I kind of expected things to be going a lot better than that. Maybe we can get ourselves a whole bunch more naval bombers and fighters or something, I don't know. But we need to get some air superiority and some naval supremacy over there if I want to do anything. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a whole bunch of fighters and a whole bunch of naval bombers. And that was enough to go ahead and launch the naval invasion. Perfect. And we're actually about to get a bunch of reinforcements over here close to Hamburg anyway. But I think this is probably a good place to end this video. So far, still not falling apart on the Eastern Front despite all the troubles that we have been having. It's not that bad. We do still need to deal with at least a couple of different German tanks here and there. These guys have like no supply to work with. So if we can simply run in here and crush these groups, that'll free up a few more troops. Then we have to go reinforce against China, because I was totally not expecting to have to deal with that. But it's all right, it's all right. Everything's going according to plan. We just sit back, learn how to make nukes, and then when the time comes, literal boom, fireworks. Take over the world. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I see you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.